Get through to the old transfer world as two legends of the game are rumoured to be coming to Championship clubs. And I'm talking one ex-Manchester United superstar and one guy who pretty much bossed Serie A for 20 years. We'll talk about it on this transfer special because it's Friday, boys and girls. Transfer update day. Let's go. That's right, folks, back once again with another transfer update, club by club. We'll talk about every one of the clubs in the Championship in just a second. If we're new to the channel, smash your subscribe button to keep your bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, football related, all here under one roof. So let's kick it all off, boys and girls, with a quick look at the latest rumours involving Barnsley. That's right. First through the door, we have Samuel Radinglinger, who is a goalkeeper from Hannover 96. I believe that deal is Donny Dunzo, boys and girls. Through the line, he is now a goalkeeper. So it's not a rumour, it's true. Done, dusted. Joining them is this fella. His name is Malik Wicks. Was on the books at Doncaster. Left-sided winger is rumoured to be coming to Barnsley, amongst other clubs as well, sniffing around. So that one is one to be looking out for. And then we have this guy, Hal May. I believe he's on the books at Leeds, defender. I think he might have been on loan last season. So three contrasting players here of all kinds of positions. It is getting busy for folks. It's getting busy for Barnsley over in Oakwell. Meanwhile, joining them over in Birmingham. Bit of quiet news over in Birmingham. Not much to go to get yourselves into, but I got something for you. It's a little bit of a tip, but it is Conor Mahoney, rumoured to be coming back to Birmingham City from Bournemouth. But to be honest with you, that is just a measly rumour because I believe the deal is in place for him to go to another Championship club. And we'll talk about that a little bit later. But there's obviously a lot of controversy behind them right now, Birmingham, with Monk no longer with them. And they decided to stick with the caretaker manager for the long haul or for the interim, and that is Pep Clotet. So, yes, not much going on. I think they're just trying to keep themselves out of the press for all intents and purposes. Meanwhile, over at Ewood, a couple of little rumours, one hot off the press we'll talk about in a minute. We have this guy, Joshua Ray, young goalkeeper, is actually at Rovers right now on trial. He's been released by Leeds. Rovers are looking to improve their goalkeeper ranks. The mind boggles, folks. The mind boggles of what goes on with Mo. We're loving the bits and all that, but he said an experienced goalkeeper. We need an experienced goalkeeper, and the latest rumours around Ewood have evolved around young goalkeepers. So I don't know what's going on. This smells a bit funny. I think there's something going on behind the scenes. Whether it is David Raya to be going, and we're going to bring a youngster and an experienced goalkeeper, I don't know. A lot of legs left in this one, so we'll see what happens here. I think if he was to be brought in, I think another keeper might even be brought in as well, but we'll have to wait and see. Also, hot off the press, Jack Payne has been rumoured to be coming back to Ewood. Not the biggest fan myself. When we had him on loan in League One, he had sparks. He looked very weak on the ball. Hopefully, he's beefed up a little bit. I think he was at Bradford last season. So I'm not too sure about that one, to be honest with you. So we'll see what that pans out. Again, he's been released by Huddersfield. A couple other, including Lincoln out in League One, also rumoured to be sniffing around. So we don't know about that one, but that's the only rumours I got for you. Obviously, Sam Gallagher has been linked as well. I'm trying on these transfer updates. I try not to bring you the same rumour twice. However, some of them may crop up in here. I don't know because I didn't double back and have a look at them. Over in Brentford, obviously a lot of talk of players going out, but players coming in. Anthony Robertson could be coming in from Everton, the left back. Brentford could have a lot of money to spend depending on what goes on with their own players. Also alongside Robertson, it is Sam Gallagher, also rumoured to be linking to go to Rovers. 5 million is the price. 25 grand wages as well, so that's a high price for a player, but he's got quality. He's definitely a good striker to have on the books. He's getting on a little bit now. Well, when I say getting on a bit, he's still like early 20s, but around 21, 22, something like that. So good opportunity for him to get on the ground running and find himself at an established club where he gets first team football under his belt. So that's a couple of rumours for Brentford. Over at Bristol City, we have this guy. Obviously, it looks like he's going to Celtic, but there's been some snags in the process, and Bristol City are sniffing around as well, trying to get themselves stuck in. Obviously, currently on the books at Motherwell. Joining him is a player that's been linked with a few clubs since the opening of the window, Sami Sesamidics, however you pronounce that bad boy. So yeah, couple of players linked with Bristol City at the moment. Sammy here has been linked with about 2 or 3 clubs, so his face will be popping up. Meanwhile, they're also going to try and keep their hands on their defender. Adam Webster has been linked with a lot lot of big clubs in the Premier League. Obviously, a cracking defender, probably one of the best, if not the best, centre-back in the Championship. So linked with Villa, linked with, I think I even saw some bigger juggernaut clubs out in the Premier League looking for this guy. So, yeah, he could be on the move. Meanwhile, over in Cardiff, just the one rumour, Joe Day, currently a goalkeeper at Newport County, could be on his way to Cardiff. I think they are looking to improve their goalkeeper ranks. Etheridge could be on his way out as well, so they need to bring in a player to cover that void. Meanwhile, over at Charlton at the Valley, again, a lot of drama going on and off the field with Lee Bowyer. Is he staying? Is he going? That kind of stuff. But he looks like he's staying now. They were linked with this guy, Ruben Ramirez, but unfortunately that deal will not pan out. He was also linked with Swansea, I believe, earlier in the window. He's off to Portugal. A done deal. Wasn't on the books at Plymouth, so that one is not happening. Also, Edward Nketiah. Now, I don't know if I quoted on this one last week, but he's been rumoured to be coming to Charlton from Arsenal. I believe I might have done so. But anyway, it is all quiet mostly in Charlton. So we'll have to see what pans out in the next few weeks. I think now that they know about the manager staying, that and Patrick Bauer's gone, that they should now get themselves to be able to focus on what goes on into the next few weeks. Over at Pride Park, again, a lot of business going off with their manager, but there are still some rumours out there. Again, Sammy Sismatics has been linked from Colchester, as well as this fella Josh Bowler, who's currently in the books at Everton. A lot of clubs, Championship clubs, are sniffing around the same players. It's very difficult. And also, Derby are going to have to keep themselves, some of their players, tight to their chests a little bit. Max Lowe's been linked with both Glasgow teams up in Scotland and a couple of other Championship and Premier League clubs as well. So he could be on his way out with a couple of these boys on their way in. But obviously they want to try and keep a hold of Lampard, but I think that deal is pretty much, it's any day now. So they'll be focusing on getting the manager. So the transfer rumours will probably dry up a little bit while they try and sort that out. It's something you don't want to be going through right here, right now, especially in the close season. You want to have your manager in place. You want them to get busy and bring in the faces. And one club is doing just that. And we'll talk about that in a minute when they pop up. Meanwhile, over at Craven Cottage, one hot rumour right now is this fella, Dwight Gale, currently in the books at Newcastle. Could be on his way to Fulham for around about 20 million. That's the latest rumour for them bad boys. Meanwhile, Huddersfield, it's all going quiet for players coming in, but players going out. Jonathan Hogg, is that his name? Currently linked with Wigan, amongst other teams. And Tommy Smith, he's been linked with a move to another Championship club, and that is Stoke. And we'll talk about Stoke in just a second. Over at the KCOM, the new manager in place, Grant McCann, coming in from Doncaster, and he's already got cracking as well. Sammy Semidics has also been linked with him, but they have one deal over the line, and that is Matt Ingram, who is done and dusted over the line. So they have a new goalkeeper on the ranks. Not sure where he's going to fit in the pecking order, but I guess have to get himself a good pre-season under his belt, and he can have a good old competition, see where he can end up. Over at Ellen Road now, this is where it gets a little bit bonkers, folks. Matt Luongo has been linked with Leeds from QPR. Not a bad pickup for whoever, if he does end up leaving. Joining him is this fella, and his name is Ander Utrapesi over at Atletico Bilbao. So big name there, but not as big as this guy, Francesco Totti. That's right, linked with a move. He did retire. He was on the backroom staff or sort of managerial upper echelon role at Roma, but there's currently links right here, right now, with him coming out of retirement and donning on the emblem of Leeds United FC. How bonkers would that be? I'm not too sure that will happen, to be honest with you. It could be a lot of paper talk, but looks like they're after a midfielder. If these two deals are to be true, I don't expect both of them, but I'm sure one of them could pan out. We'll have to wait and see. But Totti linked with Leeds. How mad is that? Over at the Kenilworth Road, Luton Town are linked with John Taylor over at Rotherham United. Again, John Taylor's been linked with a couple of other Championship clubs, but this week, he's been linked with Luton. Meanwhile, over at the Borough, Jonathan Woodgate, hot off the press, new manager. He's started getting busy with his old transfer dealings as well. Josh Bowler, once again at Everton, he's been linked, as well as Ben Gibson could be on his way back from them six-fingered banjo-playing weirdos, Burnley. He's not worked out for him over there, so he might earn his way back up to Middlesbrough, but we'll have to wait and see if that pans out. He was also linked with a couple of other clubs as well. Over at the Den, what we got going on, we have Conor Mahoney again, I mentioned it earlier, at Bournemouth. It looks like a done deal. I haven't given it the stamp of approval just yet, but that's a good bit of business, I think, for Millwall. He's a tricky player. He was at Bournemouth. I think did he go on loan? I think he was on loan at Birmingham anyway, and he caused us some problems when we saw him. There was a tweet going around right now, especially if you're in the Rovers community, you'll notice. Basically, the word has it that the gaffer Tony Mowbray sat down with Mahoney and talked, had a chat with him one-on-one before he left, and laid it on the table and said, you know what, this is your option here. You can either stick it out here at Rovers and knuckle down and get your game time in, because you will get game time at Rovers, or you can do one, go to Bournemouth, make some bit of money, but you're going to be sitting on the bench and you're not going to be making, you're not going to break your way through unless you dig your heels in and get stuck in. So obviously it didn't work out for Conor Mahoney at Bournemouth. He went for the money, and now look at him. He's now trying to scramble around looking for himself a new home. But it's not working out for him. So you know what? If you're listening, Dacky boy, listen to him. Give him what's what. Give him your whole 100% this season, and then if not, then you could probably move on. But anyway, the grass is not always greener, boys. Anyway, but Millwall, if they get the right Mahoney, it'll be a good bit of business. Matt Smith as well has also been linked from QPR. Again, I might have mentioned that last week, but the Mahoney one is pretty fresh. Meanwhile, over at Nottingham Forest, Matt Luongo has also been linked with Forest from QPR. They've also, after this fella, his name is Lawrence Shankland. He's currently in the books at Ayr United, scored bucket loads of goals, and a couple of Championship clubs are linked with him as well. Over at Deepdale, well, they got Patrick Bauer. That deal is done and dusted. They are also, they're actually linked with this guy, Neil Farrugia. Is actually at the University College of Dublin. But apparently he doesn't want to go to Deepdale because they stink of fish. No, I'm only joking. It's just he just doesn't want to move right now. There are other clubs linked with him. So yes, and they're also after this guy. His name is Arac Muric, goalkeeper from Manchester City, possibly on loan. This deal looks to be drifting and looks to be going in favour of Nottingham Forest, who also linked with him as well. Meanwhile, over at Loftus Road, a lot of big name players could be going out. Luongo, Freeman could be on his way to Sheffield United for as cheap as £3 million, whereas last year he was quoted at £7 million. But on the flip side, Scotty Hogan has been rumoured to be coming to Loftus Road from Aston Villa. Obviously, he worked with Warburton at Brentford, and that would be a monstrous pickup. Over the Majewski, a couple of little rumours. Joe Pigott from AFC Wimbledon, striker, scored a bucket load of goals for them last time out, has been linked with Reading, which would be a good move. They're looking for a striker by all means. And also this fella, Wenderson Guillermo, currently in the books at Porto, I believe, and that would be a monstrous pickup if that happens. But again, these are all rumours. Could pan out to something. Sheffield Wednesday have been hot off the press. Looks like Steve Bruce is back in command and doing what he does best, and that is picking up, trying to find some players. So first of all, Michael Hector. Obviously, they had him last season on loan from Chelsea, and he's been rumoured to coming back this time out, maybe in a permanent deal. Alongside him, another player that we've seen a couple of times already, Josh Bowler from Everton. He's also linked with a move to Sheffield Wednesday. Alongside them, it is Ben Gibson, who Middlesbrough sniffing around as well, so that could pan out. And wrapping it up, it is Kadeem Harris. And again, I might have mentioned that earlier, but these are four of the rumours currently circulating Sheffield Wednesday right here, right now. Over at Stoke, oh my goodness. It's been busy at Stoke. Stephen Ward, it looks like, is this a done deal? I think this is a done deal from Burnley. Left back comes across the line because Stoke have been busy. They've got their shit together and they're getting shit done. Meanwhile, they also mentioned it earlier, Tommy Smith from Huddersfield is also a rumour. But on the flip side, they've completed deals for Adam Davies. They've completed deals for Liam Lindsay, Jordan Cousins, Nick Powell, and Lee Gregory. They're all done and dusted. They're all over the line, completed. So they've had 5-6 deals, including Stephen Ward. So very, very busy indeed over at Stoke. Get their shit in order. However, over at the Liberty, Swansea City are also after Lawrence Shankland from Ayr United. I'm not sure if that's going to pan out, which way that will pan out. On the flip side, Leroy Fur is on the lookout for a new club as well. Could go back to Holland. I think Eindhoven might be sniffing around. We'll have to see how that pans out. Over at West Brom, here we go. Another bonkers rumour for you. Joseph Quintella, or Jordi Quintella, should I say. He's been linked from St. Gallen out in Switzerland. But another bonkers one here is Shinji Kagawa. Currently in the books at Dortmund. He went back there. I think he's currently, or he might have been on loan at Besiktas. But he's been rumoured to be going to West Brom this past few weeks. And on the flip side, Raheem Harper. So one bizarre rumour for Kagawa coming to West Brom. Raheem Harper had been linked with Barcelona, Arsenal, all these crazy clubs. Yes, Rovers fans, that Raheem Harper. Meanwhile, over at Wigan, we got these three rumours for you. Anthony Robinson has been linked with a couple of Championship clubs, including Wigan. He could be going there this summer. Jonathan Hogg is to be a monstrous pickup as well if Wigan were to pull it off. Currently in the books at Huddersfield. And wrapping it up, Alan Hutton, formerly of Aston Villa, has been linked with a move to Wigan, boys and girls. And that, my friends, is today's transfer update. I'll try to be back next week with some more updates. Again, I try not to duplicate update any of the transfer rumours. If I did, I apologise. But again, if you have any of your own transfer rumours that you have, or if you come across, stick them in the old chat section down below. Then I can check them out, and then maybe I can feature them next time. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the thumbs up. If you do, smash the subscribe. Back tomorrow with some sort of videos. Hopefully you're enjoying the team previews as they come through the ranks. I've been working on them, and I'll still be working on them for the next few days. So hopefully you enjoy that. Anyway, until I see you all again, thumbs up, subscribe. Ciao for now. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.